My beloved child, before this moment slips away, listen with your whole heart. Don't skip, because something quietly extraordinary is beginning to unfold around you, and the signs have been waiting for you to notice them. For so long, your story has been seen only from the outside. People recognized your smile, your patience, your quiet strength, but they never understood the deeper truth hidden beneath those ordinary moments. Now, someone who matters more than you realize has finally stumbled upon a piece of that truth. It was not a grand announcement. It was not a dramatic discovery. It was a single realization that arrived without warning, like the first light touching a silent horizon. And the instant it appeared, nothing inside their heart looked the same again. Your soulmate has started seeing the version of you that words could never fully describe. The kindness you offered without expecting applause. The dreams you protected when no one believed in them. The resilience you carried through seasons when giving up would have been easier. This revelation is changing the way they remember every conversation, every glance, every coincidence that once seemed ordinary. The small moments are suddenly becoming meaningful, as though invisible threads have been connecting your paths all along. Stay till the end, because this is only the beginning. The greatest surprise is not that they discovered something hidden about you. The greatest surprise is what that discovery is awakening inside them. And when the next piece of this story arrives, you may realize that the most unexpected changes often begin in complete silence. A quiet shift has already begun, even if no one else can see it. The truth your soulmate uncovered is not a secret locked away in shadows. It is the realization that your presence has been influencing their life in ways they never paused to understand. Suddenly, memories they once overlooked now carry unexpected meaning. They remember the encouragement you gave when it seemed insignificant. They remember the moments you chose patience over pride, hope over doubt, and sincerity over appearance. Piece by piece, a new picture is forming, and every detail is leading them back to you. Don't look away now. Something huge is waiting for you just beyond this moment, because recognition has a remarkable way of transforming the heart. Once someone truly sees the depth of another person, ordinary feelings can become extraordinary connections. As this understanding grows, hesitation begins to fade. Questions that once created distance are replaced with curiosity. Assumptions give way to appreciation. What once seemed like coincidence now feels like perfect timing. Yet the most fascinating part has not happened yet. There is one final detail they have not fully understood, a detail so simple that it could easily be missed, but so meaningful that it has the power to reshape every expectation they once carried. And when that final realization arrives, the direction of this story will begin to change in ways neither of you imagined. An unexpected moment is about to reveal what the heart has been quietly preparing for. Your soulmate is no longer searching for perfection. They are beginning to understand authenticity, and that realization is becoming impossible to ignore. The qualities they once overlooked are now the very ones they admire the most. Every quiet sacrifice, every honest choice, every time you stayed true to yourself when no one was watching has left an invisible mark. Without realizing it, they have been collecting these moments like scattered pieces of a puzzle, and now those pieces are finally fitting together. Stay till the end, because the next turn is unlike anything they expected. What first appeared to be a simple discovery is becoming a mirror that reflects your true character back to them. The more they reflect, the more they recognize that your greatest strength was never loud. It was consistency. It was compassion. It was the calm confidence that remained even when recognition never came. A gentle anticipation begins to replace uncertainty. Their perspective is shifting, not because the world changed overnight, but because they are finally seeing what was there all along. And just when they think they understand the full picture, one heartfelt conversation, one unexpected encounter, or one unforgettable memory is ready to reveal an even deeper layer that could redefine everything they believed about your connection. Just when everything seems clear, a single quiet realization changes the direction of the entire journey. Your soulmate begins to understand that the most valuable things are rarely the loudest. The steady support you offered, the calm words you chose, and the hope you carried through uncertain days have become impossible to overlook. They revisit old memories with fresh eyes. A conversation that once felt ordinary now carries hidden meaning. A smile they almost forgot now feels unforgettable. Even the pauses between your words seem filled with purpose, as if they had always been pointing toward this very moment. Don't skip this part, because something remarkable is unfolding in silence. The truth they discovered is not creating distance, it is inviting deeper understanding. It is replacing assumptions with admiration and uncertainty with quiet confidence. As this awareness grows, they begin asking themselves questions they never considered before. What if the person they had been searching for was already standing in front of them? What if the qualities that truly matter were present all along, waiting to be recognized? The answers do not arrive all at once. They appear gently, like dawn breaking across a quiet horizon, revealing details that darkness could never hide. And then comes the turning point no one expected, a moment so sincere and so perfectly timed that it encourages both hearts to see the future not as a mystery to fear, but as a path filled with possibility, ready to unfold one unforgettable step at a time. The next chapter begins with a feeling that cannot be explained, only experienced. Your soulmate wakes with an unusual sense of clarity. The noise of doubt grows quieter, while the memories connected to you become brighter than ever before. It is as though an invisible curtain has been lifted, revealing the beauty that was hidden in plain sight. The surprising truth they discovered is no longer just a thought. It is becoming a conviction. They realize your greatest gift was never trying to impress anyone, it was remaining genuine even when no one noticed. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The change unfolding now is subtle, but its impact reaches far beyond a single conversation or passing moment. They begin to notice how your optimism encouraged others, how your quiet resilience inspired trust, and how your presence brought calm without demanding attention. These discoveries arrive one after another, creating a picture too meaningful to ignore. With every reflection, their respect deepens. With every remembered moment, appreciation replaces uncertainty. What once looked ordinary now feels rare, and what once seemed distant now feels wonderfully close. Then, just as they believe they have uncovered the entire truth, one final realization appears like a key turning in a long-locked door. It whispers that the most important part of your story has not yet been revealed, and when it is, both hearts may understand that this connection was strengthened not by grand gestures, but by countless quiet moments that finally found their meaning. Before the next sunrise arrives, an unexpected sense of certainty settles into the silence. Your soulmate no longer sees your journey as a series of random moments. They begin to recognize a pattern of quiet courage, thoughtful choices, and unwavering sincerity that has been guiding every step without demanding recognition. The shocking truth was never about fame, fortune, or impossible mysteries. It was the realization that your character remained steady when circumstances changed. That discovery carries a weight far greater than appearances ever could. Don't skip now, because the story is reaching a place where every earlier clue starts making sense. Tiny gestures that once seemed forgettable suddenly become unforgettable. A simple conversation echoes with new meaning. A shared smile returns to memory with surprising warmth. As they reflect, something inside them softens. Expectations fade, replaced by gratitude. The walls built from uncertainty begin to open, making room for trust and genuine understanding. In that quiet transformation, they imagine a future shaped not by perfection but by honesty, patience, and mutual respect. They realize that the strongest connections are often built from ordinary moments that were cherished instead of overlooked. And just when this new understanding feels complete, another unexpected insight appears on the horizon, one that suggests the greatest change is not happening around you at all. It is happening within the heart that has finally learned to see you for who you truly are, and that realization is preparing the way for an unforgettable new beginning. Then, without warning, the quiet becomes more powerful than any spoken promise. Your soulmate reaches a moment where they stop searching for hidden answers and simply pay attention to what has always been true. In that stillness, they realize your greatest impact was never in dramatic gestures but in the calm consistency that made others feel understood. Something huge is waiting for you, but it arrives gently. It appears in renewed confidence, in conversations that feel more sincere, and in the growing awareness that trust is earned through countless small moments. Stay till the end, because the story is turning once again. Every memory they revisit now seems to carry a message they could not hear before. The encouragement you offered, the respect you showed, the hope you quietly protected, all of it forms a picture that is impossible to dismiss. With each passing reflection, they begin to see your connection not as chance but as something carefully shaped by patience and timing. The pieces that once seemed scattered now fit together with surprising clarity. And yet, one final question lingers in their mind: if discovering the truth about you has changed the way they see the past, what might happen when they choose to step into the future with that same understanding? The answer is closer than ever. It waits just beyond the next moment, where expectations fade and authenticity takes center stage, opening a door neither of you imagined would lead to such quiet, extraordinary possibility. As the final pieces begin to align, an undeniable sense of purpose fills the air. Your soulmate no longer wonders whether the discovery was important. They know it was. The truth they uncovered has become a lens through which every shared memory now shines with unexpected brilliance. The laughter that once seemed ordinary now feels unforgettable. The moments of silence now feel comforting instead of uncertain. Even the smallest acts of kindness reveal a depth they had never fully appreciated before. Don't skip this moment, because something extraordinary is quietly taking shape. Not through coincidence, but through understanding. Not through grand displays, but through the realization that genuine connection is built one honest moment at a time. A quiet confidence begins to replace every lingering question. They stop looking for signs in distant places and start recognizing them in the simple, authentic moments you have always shared. The answers they chased were closer than they ever imagined. As their perspective changes, so does their future. New possibilities emerge where hesitation once stood. Conversations feel lighter, hopes feel stronger, and the path ahead seems illuminated by trust instead of uncertainty. Then comes the realization that changes everything. The shocking truth was never just about who you are. It was about who they become after truly seeing you. And once that transformation begins, there is no returning to the old way of looking at your story. What awaits next is not an ending, but the opening of a chapter where sincerity, patience, and quiet understanding create a bond that feels richer with every step forward, leaving one final revelation still waiting just beyond the horizon. At the edge of this unfolding journey, one last unexpected realization rises above every doubt. Your soulmate finally understands that the most astonishing truth was never hidden in a single moment. It was woven through every quiet choice you made, every word spoken with care, and every act of kindness offered without expecting anything in return. Stay till the end, because the story is reaching its most meaningful turn. The discovery that first brought surprise has now become a source of clarity. It has transformed uncertainty into appreciation and curiosity into quiet confidence. Looking back, they see a path filled with subtle signs they once overlooked. A timely message. A thoughtful gesture. A shared laugh that lingered longer than expected. None of these moments demanded attention, yet together they revealed something unforgettable. With that understanding comes a gentle shift in perspective. Instead of asking whether your connection is real, they begin asking how they almost missed what mattered most. The answer is simple: the deepest truths often arrive without fanfare, waiting patiently for the right eyes to notice them. Something huge is waiting for you, but it is not a spectacle. It is the rare comfort of being truly seen and genuinely appreciated for who you are beneath appearances. And as this chapter draws to a close, one final thought remains suspended in the silence. When two hearts recognize the value of honesty, patience, and unwavering authenticity, every new beginning carries the promise of becoming more meaningful than either one ever imagined. The next step is closer than it has ever been, and its quiet brilliance is only just beginning to unfold. And now, as the silence gently gives way to certainty, the final revelation arrives with remarkable simplicity. The journey was never about waiting for someone to uncover a hidden secret. It was about the moment when genuine understanding replaced assumption. Your soulmate's shocking discovery was not that you had changed overnight, it was that they had finally slowed down enough to see the truth that had been there all along. Don't look away now, because this is where everything quietly transforms. They realize your greatest strength has always been your authenticity. You never needed to become someone else to be worthy of appreciation. The patience you showed, the hope you carried through uncertainty, and the kindness you offered without recognition have become the very reasons their perspective has changed. In that realization, the future begins to feel different. Conversations hold more meaning. Shared moments become lasting memories. Small gestures speak louder than impressive words ever could. Something huge was waiting for you from the very beginning, not a miracle descending from the sky, but the rare experience of being understood on a deeper level than either of you expected. As the story reaches its quiet conclusion, one truth remains shining above all the rest: when hearts meet with honesty, respect, and unwavering sincerity, even the most ordinary paths can lead to extraordinary destinations. And perhaps the greatest surprise of all is this: your soulmate did not simply discover something profound about you. Through discovering the best within you, they also uncovered a wiser, more compassionate version of themselves. That is where everything changes. That is where a new chapter begins. And that is why this story was always destined to be remembered. In the calm that follows every great realization, an even quieter miracle begins to unfold. Your soulmate starts noticing that the world feels different when they carry this new understanding with them. Familiar places seem warmer, ordinary conversations seem richer, and the smallest moments now hold unexpected significance. They think of the times you remained patient when others hurried, the times you listened instead of speaking first, and the times you chose encouragement over recognition. Those memories no longer fade into the background. They become the foundation of a new perspective. Stay till the end, because the most meaningful discoveries rarely arrive all at once. They grow, layer by layer, until one day they become impossible to ignore. With every reflection, gratitude replaces uncertainty. They stop wondering whether your connection matters and begin appreciating how naturally it has shaped their own outlook. What once seemed like coincidence now feels like the result of countless sincere choices made over time. The greatest transformation is not dramatic. It is peaceful. It is the quiet confidence that comes from knowing someone's true character and valuing it more deeply with each passing day. And just as the story appears complete, one final whisper rises above every expectation: the most extraordinary chapter is never the one where someone is finally seen, it is the one where two people choose to keep seeing the best in each other, even as life continues to unfold with new surprises waiting around every corner. At last, the journey arrives where it was always meant to lead, not to a grand spectacle, but to a moment of unmistakable clarity. The shocking truth your soulmate discovered was never a secret designed to separate lives. It was a quiet revelation that your integrity, compassion, and steady spirit had been shaping their heart long before they realized it. As they embrace that understanding, every unanswered question loses its weight. The need to search fades away, replaced by the simple joy of recognizing what has been genuine from the very beginning. If you have stayed through every moment of this story, carry this thought with you: some of the most meaningful changes happen so gently that they are almost invisible until you look back and see how far they have carried you. Your presence mattered. Your patience mattered. Your quiet choices mattered. Even the days that felt ordinary became threads in a larger picture that neither of you could fully see until now. The future no longer feels like an uncertain road. It feels like an open horizon where trust grows through honesty, respect, and shared hope. Step by step, the connection becomes stronger not because it is flawless, but because it is real. And that is the final revelation. When someone truly discovers the depth of your character, they do not merely learn something new about you. They begin to recognize possibilities they never saw before, in themselves, in the bond you share, and in the life that can be built through kindness and understanding. So let this story end with quiet confidence rather than loud promises. Let it leave behind the certainty that the most extraordinary transformations often begin with one sincere realization and continue through count.